coming into M&T Bank. We're going to close the door. We're going to let them in first, politely. Come on in. Close the gates. Flatten their ties. And we'll let them out when we want to let them out. Yeah. That was intense. That's about how Ro sound. Hello, good morning, good evening, good night to everyone here. We are here back on another episode of Punchline Pod presented by Snapback Sports. And this is a really special day based off what I just saw on the Instagram. A new studio place, possibly.
We got an office.
We got an office.
Yeah. Which has a studio, has a video game set up. So if you ever, don't play for the Ravens, you play for the Jets, you can come on by.
I also saw that there was no Snapback people in the building.
We're here.
I'm just saying, if I opened up a new office, I would, maybe make my mark, but I guess you got time.
Yeah, we went there this morning, and then we were there for an hour, and then we were like, all right, let's go record some magic with Marlon Humphrey.
And it is with BDGE.
Yes, big dogs gotta eat.
Big dogs gotta eat. Wow, I'm not familiar with.
They're good. They make good content, fantasy football content, trivia content. So, yeah, maybe a collab in the future.
Fantasy football. All right. Well, this is Jack Selman talking. If you do not know, I am Marlon Humphrey. Jack, what do we got on the almost end of super wild card?
Yeah.
What? Super wild card.
It's super because it included Monday. It used to be Saturday, Sunday, just wild card weekend, but now it's super wild card weekend. What do we got on tap for today? It's the playoffs. We finally made it to the freaking playoffs. The Baltimore Ravens, Marlon Humphrey. We're going to talk about how he feels about working overtime. I'm kind of curious about that. We're going to talk about what happened during wild card weekend, and then we're going to look ahead to the divisional round since you guys were off this weekend. But first, Marlon, what is on your mind today?
First off, Caitlin Clark be going crazy.
Yeah, she's nice.
I didn't see enough clips of her to she's certified. Yeah. She's certified. Now, I was on the ESPN and I saw somebody else, because this is the thing. This is how I see basketball. You know what I'm saying? Last shot. How often do you see a big man take the last shot from the top of the key ISO?
Never.
That doesn't really you usually don't see Joel Embiid. Now Giannis, that's different. He'll just bully his way. But Giannis, you're not gonna see Joel Embiid way at half court trying to dribble, cross school. So anyway, I'm on ESPN. And now I don't follow women's college hoops that much. I just see the highlights. And I see Angel Reese. She's got the top of the key. And she bent over. I'm like, oh crap, she's gonna cook. She's gonna cook. I'm not familiar with her game.
Yeah, I don't think she's a long-range shooter.
I did watch a little bit of that championship because my sister was trying to watch, but I'm not familiar with the game. So she comes down, but you can tell she ain't. I think she's a big woman. When I say big woman, a big man.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of she's not really doing it. She goes behind the backy and then just gets the ball stolen from her and then game over and tackles the person and then gets fouled. And I just sit there thinking to myself, as was that the called play? I hope that wasn't.
So this was the end of the play?
This was the
end of the game?
Yeah, it was 5. Behind the back. Got the ball stolen.
My best friend is a coach on the team.
The girl that be dressed?
No, that's the head coach. Oh. That's the head coach.
And I just was sitting there thinking to myself, do basketball people get mad at that?
If you turn the ball over when you have a chance to win?
I'm trying to think, okay, let's see. Let's say I'm on a basketball team. My team is me,
5 of you.
Lamar.
5. Yeah, okay.
You got to think of the stars on the team because I might be 6 man. We got a lot of good players, but I think I'm in the top 5. Come on. All right, so then you got to add Roe. I don't want Roe on the team though.
Roe? Why would Roe be on the basketball team?
I'm just trying to basically go off stars on our team.
You got to think about basketball.
No, I'm trying to go off stars because you can't be mad that Lamar took the last shot.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? But I would if he did it like that. I'm trying to relate football to basketball and be Lamar shouldn't have took that shot. I should have took it. Because then it's Should you really? You know what I mean?
Okay, I guess it would kind of be like Angel Reese. That's not your game.
That's how I felt, but I'm not trying to overspeak
No, it's not.
on something
That's not
I don't
game.
know with how. And I have not ever watched the LSU game, but it just looked bad.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
Okay.
that just it didn't.
I'm gonna give your feedback to the LSU
I'm
team.
saying when you watch this clip, you're gonna be like,
I'm surprised they just posted a clip of her getting cookied. And
I think I think she's obviously a really big deal.
Yeah.
And
They're getting them clicks.
what's up with no? Let's talk about this. What's up with the sports now posting bad? They're kind of hating a tad. I literally saw a clip, a very nice route by Stephon Diggs on Jalen Ramsey. I mean, Jalen.
How old is this?
He got beat. It happened like, last game of this season.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he got beat.
Yeah.
And the pass was incomplete. And I'm like, why is this being posted? You know what I mean? Like, do you know how many times, like, that's like them posting me strapping somebody, they don't even throw the ball to the guy.
Yeah.
You know how many times I've done that? I mean, frick. Quarterback be like, not gonna throw it. It's like, dude, that was my pick.
I think you've been off Twitter too long. You forget that like 98% of social media is negative. Instagram's a little more positive, I would say, like the content of the
I guess.
But the slander of Dak Prescott and Tua, like Twitter has its time.
Yeah, it is toxic. I miss it. I miss the toxicity. I did get my keys back a little bit.
You did.
A couple times from the Google. But I haven't been, you got to really read the stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just like Instagram's getting a little toxicity though.
Oh, in the comment section?
Oh, so the
you're
comment
saying
section's been toxic.
Yeah,
but
you're
I'm
saying
the ESPNs.
Yeah.
Did I just see Stephen A. Smith call someone the B word on like?
Oh yeah, he's not a fan of Jason.
I didn't even
Whitlock.
know you could.
No, that's his own show. He's got his own show, and then his First Take ESPN stuff.
And what did the guy say? What did Whitlock?
Whitlock, he's just a kind of a clown, and everyone in media hates him, and so yeah, Stephen A. apparently warned ESPN that he was going to go do this because this was so out of character for him.
I mean, I like that actually. Hey guys, I'm about to let it loose. So what's on my mind is a little all over the place.
Okay.
Athlete slander. Who should take the last shot? Don't be posting corners having bad plays if you don't get caught on. Like at least,
right.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta protect my corners.
Yeah, he's got to catch the ball.
Did I see Asante Samuel hating on young boy Sauce? Actually, I didn't see what Asante said at first. I think I just saw Sauce.
They've been chirping all year,
so he might not have criticized him. But I mean, Sauce's. I mean, as Sauce's captions, we were a big fan of Sauce in it. As Sauce's caption made, it was kind of hard.
What was it?
History has been made of a screenshot of the first corner to go all pro first 2 seasons. Maybe since some like merger or something like that, which is
it's impressive.
It's pretty impressive.
For a guy who holds a lot.
Sauce, I didn't say that. I did say that in the past, but we let the past pass. And last but not least, let's talk about the Ravens' win yesterday.
Hey, 1-0.
And that's on my mind. Oh, sorry, my bad.
Okay, that is your mind. We're gonna get to your day job later in the show, but first we're gonna recap a little bit of Super Wildcard Weekend. First up, the Cowboys collapse. Is Bill Belichick headed to Dallas? What's good with Dak Prescott? As someone in the NFL, you're watching that, and what are your thoughts?
Guys, I did a really interesting thing with all the games. And I kind of liked it, how it went.
First game was Houston
Browns. I tuned in. I was TV, like streaming Netflix stuff, whatever, or just doing stuff. I don't even know.
Yeah.
And they would tune into the game. Tune into the game.
And to be clear, you're not two screening because you don't put anything on your TV, right?
Come on. We don't double screen around here, man. Come on, man. It's 2024. We don't double screen. We're focused on one thing, man. So what's wrong with us in this generation? We got daggum 4 screens here, 2 over there, and you watching on your phone. Come on, grow up. So anyway.
What is the Netflix Browns game combo there? Like, what are you watching on Netflix to balance out the playoffs?
As I actually just said that, I realized I lied. I was on my phone while watching Netflix, but this is the thing. It was either one or the other. I wasn't double timing. It was like pause, boom, pause, boom. And a couple times it did go up on TV, so I still wasn't lying. Anyway, it was mainly Netflix.
But what Netflix show?
I just finished up. Some girl killed her husband. Her husband was rich, but her husband killed her sister.
Whoa.
And her husband killed somebody else.
I think I might have seen that.
Yeah, it's a trending topic.
Yeah.
It's then she basically had the husband's family, which is her family in-laws, kill her on streaming.
Kill her.
She sacrificed herself basically because the family knew that the family knew that the husband killed her sister.
So who's alive in this situation? Just the in-laws?
Yeah, the daughter's gonna grow up as a widow.
Oh, not an orphan.
Or orphan, as an orphan.
Yeah.
For sure. And by her cousin, her sister's husband's gonna be her new father.
Got it.
So a widow man, whatever the opposite of a widow is, but for the man, widow man is gonna raise a orphan.
I think it's still a widow. Not sure though. All right. Anyway,
so I'm like, oh man, I thought the Browns were gonna beat the Texans.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, Browns got it close. Like they're ahead right now. Tune in a little bit later. I'm like, oh crap, Texans came back. They were up by 3. Then I turned it back. I'm like, oh crap, the Browns are like kind of, oh frick, Joe Flacco picked 6. Like there's literally, I'm like, okay, screw this man. The Browns still, they're all right. Joe threw a pick. You know what I'm saying? Nothing new. It'll be all right. Then next thing you know, crap, I think he threw another. He threw 2 pick 6
back to back.
He threw another big 6, and then I was like, okay, it's over. So that was that. That's how that game went.
Okay.
Seemed like every time I tuned in, it was always Browns' success. Until I tuned in when it was, okay, not Browns' success. It was always the Browns doing something bad, but making the Texans. I never really saw the Texans on offense.
Yeah. Okay.
Every time I tuned in.
CJ had like 2 something and 2 or 3 touchdowns in the first half.
Then the other game I tuned into was
Chiefs-Dolphins.
Chiefs-Dolphins.
Peacock. There's no way you paid for Peacock.
Bro, it's crazy. I already had a Peacock subscription.
For what?
For track and field world championships this past summer. So I was like, man, I might as well tune in a little bit. Tune in. And on this, I basically only saw, I didn't really see much. I didn't really watch much of that game for real. I did see Tyreek Hill get jammed crazy during live. Also, I think the Chiefs defense is kind of nice.
It is.
I also feel like who's got to take contact a little more. I think he seems like he's really understands. He's got the little concussion deal, but it's like if you don't get it out now, he's kind of just like, get it out here. So there's that there. Mahomes is just, as soon as you got Mahomes bundled up, nobody's open, he just takes off. He's got sneaky speed.
Yeah,
Mahomes has sneaky speed. Travis Kelce. I felt the Dolphins, not trying to crap on people, some second and long and third and longs really hurt them. I did seem like I always only saw the Chiefs offense. It seemed like saw a lot more Chiefs offense than Dolphins.
Dolphins were always behind the sticks.
They were always behind the sticks, but the Chiefs got behind the 6 a couple times too. But then the number 4 verse number maybe 4 on the Dolphins. That Dolphins nickel, man. I feel like Xavier Howard would have made a difference in this football game.
I agree.
Just because it was like,
they were banged up. They
was banged up. And it just seemed like the Chiefs just handled them, man.
Did you see Taylor Swift swag surfing?
I did see Taylor Swift swag surfing. I don't know what's going on. But man, Kelce, she's seeming like they're really a thing.
Yeah.
I think they're like really a thing, match made. I'm just surprised Taylor could hold Travis Kelce down, man. Honestly, I've been around Kelce, man. He's pretty cool dude. Hey, you want to party with somebody? Want to have a good dandy time? Maybe this was like 2-3 years ago, whatever. He's kind of like the party guy. So T Swift, man, they must be a thing. They must be a legit thing. She looks like she's having a dandy good time. And I also was thinking about her, man. So, like, for her, like, she really can never really probably get too comfortable.
Why?
There's always cameras on.
There's always a camera on. Like, me, like, I'm going to be honest. If I go to a football game, not even a football game, there's not 3 hours where I don't just dig in the nose a little bit. You know what I mean? I pick a bug. Like, that's just going to happen. I believe that I have some sort of asthma that makes me have excessive mucus buildup, especially when it's athletic induced.
Wait, you're saying you have more boogers per minute in
I have
the
more
NFL than anyone else?
saliva mucus buildup than others.
For boogers or for like spit and snot?
Spit and snot, but I feel like it gets to
No
the
wonder you're
nostrils.
patient zero for the whole thing.
No, like I'm. It sounds kind of nasty, but like when I am like running and doing athletic stuff, it's a lot of spitting from just from like snotty. It's just like I think it's athletic induced asthma. I've never really honestly looked it up.
Yeah, that
Like, I
can't
don't even
be
know if this is
real.
a thing.
Yeah,
It could be, but it's like it's excessive. Like right now, I mean, I could snot rocking one right now. Like, sorry, viewers, if you're listening, a little nasty. But all I'm saying is that's what I thought about when I kept seeing Taylor Swift. She can't even just real quick, just booger, boom. You know what I'm saying? Like my team was like, bro, leave it on. I was like, nah, bro, like, I got no shame in my game. You know what I mean? No, I'm not. If I got the cameras on, I'm not gonna be just digging in my nose and stuff.
Right.
But I'm
right,
saying,
you would never.
I do walk on the cafeteria breakfast. Hey, they say the feet are your hands are your feet.
No. Hands are your body? Feet, hands? No.
Your feet are supposed to be more hands, but we put them in these shoes and
Really?
It's a whole nother story for another day. But she's having a good time, man. I know some people, I guess, get pissed that she's on TV, which, I mean, would you rather see a fan or would you rather see Taylor Swift? I mean, I feel like she is Taylor Swift. But, man, they look like they're having a dandy good time.
So you think they're having a good time? Did you see the jacket she wore in?
Yeah, I saw Juice Check.
Yeah.
Juice Check.
We got to get the lady a 44.
Yeah, maybe I see her. Juice Check, we're both 44 bros. You know, maybe there's a 44 brotherhood there. Me, him, and there's others. Boy from the Giants.
What position?
He's in that corner. McLeod.
Okay.
Maybe McLeod. We got a good band of 44 bros. Is a Lions linebacker 44? White dude.
Anzalone?
Anzalone.
I don't think so. Campbell was 46, I think.
Well, anyway, yeah. Maybe the lady's got a... Oh, she's not that famous, though. She's kind of only sliding those things to, like, the famous chicks. The Mahomes.
Debo. She made one for
freaking
Debo.
Twilight Boy.
Who's Twilight Boy?
I seen Twilight Boy got one.
Oh, yeah,
Lions.
from the Lions, yeah.
Yeah, Twilight Boy. So, yeah, my lady's just, she's a little just not famous.
Not yet.
Not gonna call her a regular, but just not famous yet.
All right, last thing in that game. Did you see Mahomes' helmet get
Deshaun
blasted?
Elliott cracked him. How the freak did he stay in the game? I didn't even know your helmet. That was weird. I guess it was just so cold. Maybe it just. I did not see that live.
You've never delivered a blow like that. have you?
Honestly, what I saw in that, and maybe I'm just really defensive. Like I just have defense too ingrained. I thought Mahomes lowered the helmet. Should have been 15-yarder. Probably ejected from the game. Probably ejected for
The playoff.
2 or 3 weeks. Like, that's what I saw. Lowering the helmet, using his helmet as a weapon.
Yeah.
I mean, it literally actually was clear as day. He literally lowered the crown and everything. Suspension, probably has to forfeit his salary.
And send it to you.
Yeah, and donate it to, the playoff run teams. And that's just what I saw, but maybe other people didn't see it as that.
Next game up was that Cowboys-Packers game.
Okay, now this one really surprised me. I'm going to be honest with you. So I had I don't know if he was a Cowboys fan or what. He's like, what do you think about this game? I'm like, bro, like, I think the Cowboys, like I just honestly didn't really think. I really, truly, obviously, I didn't care who won because they're on the NFC side anyway. Like, NFC game, I just watch. Like, I don't freaking care. Like, I don't have to play them. I don't even need to watch this because I'm not even doing film study by watching this.
Yeah.
But I'm like Cowboys, bro. Like, they've been balling, like, doing good. Like, I just couldn't see.
Had you watched Jordan Love all year?
I had not watched Jordan Love all year. Now, I did know he was heating up a little bit towards the end, I believe.
Yes.
And then, so that one I tune in, I'm like, yo, I hit my boy. I'm like, yo, that's wild. Like, that's actually wild that, like, they're kind of getting cooked right now. So I'm like, oh, they got a chance. They'll probably come back. And then I think hit up, I think Geno Stone called me. And I'm like, bro, what's going, like, I see the score, but, like, explain to me what's going on. And he's like, bro, Dak out there throwing books. I'm like, no, not Dak. They're like, yeah, they said he getting 60 a year. He not getting 60 now. That's what somebody else said on text. I'm like, dang, not that. And then I tune in. He threw a bookie, 60, Jair Alexander. Also the freaking news reporter, Jair Alexander. I'm like, dang. And then I actually, I don't feel bad for fans.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like, the players are hurting way more than the fans. But I truly felt like the Cowboys might have actually lost some legit fans. I saw people, and usually people don't do that. Ravens, we didn't have some bad losses. I'd have been a part of that. But I've never seen someone being like, this is it. I'm going to be a freaking Pittsburgh Steeler. I'm sick of this team. Like, I've seen people hurt. The Ravens, the players don't care at all. I swear, they pay me. I can do better than what they're doing. It's like, okay, here we go. But I feel like this really might have hurt some serious fans' hearts.
Yeah.
Like, I really, based off, my algorithm is getting a lot of Twitter screenshots of stuff. The toxicity is really starting. Yeah, the toxicity is really starting.
Everyone loves making fun of the Cowboys. You know how it is.
Yeah, but no, these were Cowboys fans being like, this team has broken my heart enough. I won't be ever watching the game again. It just was like.
I know someone who, after the 2019 Ravens loss, said they're done with the Ravens.
They're done. Did they stay true?
No.
Oh my gosh. No, I feel like these Cowboys fans are being for real.
You think
though.
they're for real?
I feel like they're being for real. That's the thing. I as I'm reading it, some of them were saying it and not even like a mad-ish tone of just a like, yeah, I'm never coming back again. I don't even want to live.
I mean, you spent $800 to be up in there. You got the jerseys with the girl. Yeah,
like, people were talking about like, there's plenty of teams in Texas. I'm just gonna go to be Houston, Texas.
All right, well, break their hearts this weekend. We'll see. The last game of the night, I'm excited to hear your thoughts on this. So obviously, Stafford returns to Detroit. People didn't really show much love to Goff, who was also playing his former team. But my favorite person they kept showing was the season ticket holder who had been a fan for 66 years. Just saw his second playoff win of his lifetime. What are your thoughts on that?
Are you really a fan? Like, are you just kind of bored at this point? Because, like, I mean, that's a long time, brother. After a long, you said,
66 years.
See, like, at that point, it's like, you're going in like, you don't care if they win or lose. Like, your pride's got to kick in at some point. Like, at some point, pride's got to kick in, and you're like, I don't really, like, hopefully we win, but if we don't, like, and that's just solid, a solid
mentality.
Some people say, it's a super fan. No, I think that's just a solid the way life works. You might lose, but he's not walking out like, man, we got to do better. This city deserves, he's just walking out like, man, maybe next year. Hey, maybe next week we'll get a win.
But he got it. He
did get it, but I guarantee he went home like, nice. Maybe we could win next week too. Like, he's definitely probably not head over. He's even kill. That's how you got to be every week. Even kill. Boom. He's not, you know what? I'm done with these guys. You know what I mean? He's not even.
I feel like my Knicks fans, my Knicks brothers fans should take a page out of that book. Like, every year we lose in the playoffs.
No, but the New York people, fans are just nuts. Yeah. Like, I think it's hard. I don't know what it is.
Well, you just said that.
Like, they'll do some crazy crap. I feel like they would actually like.
Well, that's why I'm curious, because you said that you think the players take it harder than the fans. But do you actually think that? Because I feel like the fans actually take it harder than the players.
Emotionally, this is the thing. Emotionally, the fans for sure take it harder. But there's nothing they could do about it.
Yeah.
And so they're just being emotional for zero reason. It's like, I can control if I go pick up that water. But if I couldn't walk over there and pick up that water, then it'd be just a different story. But it's just like, to take you, I can't go into work today. I got to walk into work, see me getting cooked, see us losing. Coach going to say this. GM's going to walk past. He might cut me, might trade me. This is literally my, like, real life job. And then it's just like the only good thing about, like, losing at the end of the year is like, well, I mean, there's really nothing good about it, but, like, it's over.
Yeah.
Like, your season's, like, actually over. It's like, it's way harder.
It's like, what do you get upset about, I guess?
The worst part is, like literally once the season ends, it's like, you just sort of, like, you went from your job as a professional athlete to just a completely normal person. So, like, to me, it's just like take this entire skin off and just put on a whole new skin for a little bit of time. And then by the time you get ready to, like, start working out again, you're just, for the most part, forgot all about it. Now, if you were losing Super Bowl, that just sucks.
Yeah.
That just sucks. I feel like I don't want to experience that, knock on wood. But I mainly talking about during the season. You can't be so emotional all the way up and you didn't get over it until literally the next Saturday and you have a game on Sunday. Then you're just
No, we've talked about this
Game
all
can lose
season,
twice.
right? Like a fan can be upset till kickoff the next week. You got work to do. Although I did see Ravens Reddit, they're locked in. They said they're not watching any other games. They're just focused on the task at hand. Like this one fan was literally like, I'm so locked in right now. I'm not going to work. I'm not going to the gym.
Well,
I'm just locked in.
I hope that guy keeps
His job.
'cause that could be bad for him.
All right. Well, the theme of this weekend was weather. And everyone saw the weather in Kansas City. They saw the weather in Buffalo. And obviously in the domes, there was no bad weather. We got to Baltimore. It's snowing. It's projected to be 29 degrees on Saturday or Sunday this weekend. And everyone loves to say it's football weather. All right. You're a football player. Do you like football weather or does the cold suck?
I'd love if Baltimore was in Miami, man. It'd be great. It'd be great if that weather was here. I don't think there's any such thing as football weather. Do you want to work out outside in this type of weather?
No.
So it's like, okay, that's not freaking football weather. I don't know what is. Tell me, all we're doing essentially is basically running around playing with our friends.
Yeah.
No one wants to run around and play with your friends in that weather.
Well, sometimes people like to throw on a little snowsuit and jump out in the snow and play some football. So I get that.
No, they just happened to be snowing. They're going to play regardless. But I will say this. I do want to play in one of those games that Pittsburgh is possibly going to play in.
Yeah.
I want it to be 2 passes the entire game, and you just got to tackle the entire time.
You would like that?
That's my dream. That's my actual dream scenario. Just because, I mean, like, I love covering. It's cool to get PBUs, picks. But, like, I just want to have a game where it's just
like tough tackles?
Tough tackle. Like, hit your head. Freaking, let's go. Like,
so you don't mind tackling in the cold?
No, that crap be hurting worse, though. I will say that the consequences of it hurts. It's just be like,
But it hurts them more, no? The offense?
It depends on who takes the most. Yeah, it depends on who takes the most blow, really. But crap, I just want to do that. I just want it. It's a football, the quote unquote football weather.
Yeah.
Another thing I was thinking about, man. People love football too much. Like, so we played the Steelers this past, there's been a lot of just ugly games lately. And I just turned around and looked in the stands and I seen just rain going sideways and people cold with ponchos. And I just sat and said, there's nothing I would sit in this weather and watch. My wife could be having birth, and if I had to stand in that, I'm going to just catch her at the end. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing. I can't think of a single thing. Unless God was literally saying, I'm coming back at M&T Bank Stadium. It's the only time I would get in any type of freezing weather if I'm not working or the rain. That there's no scenario when I can see myself spending money and saying, I'm about to go watch in this slush. I just saw somebody at the Steelers game kicking snow up to get to their seat. He's up to his kneecaps, whatever. It's just,
there's nothing in your life that you could think of.
I literally cannot.
And which game do you think would be worse to go to as a fan? That Chiefs game where it was -4, -30 wind chill, or the Ravens game, which, by the way, was actually meaningless. That's the funniest part about the whole thing.
But at one point, when that rain was hitting me sideways, and it was cold. When you're playing, I was thinking about this because when you're playing, you're just so much focused on the game.
Yeah.
But when you just stand on the sideline and you just, hey, yo, and you just, I do feel like this. Is it true that you say if it's cold, you can always put on more layers to get warm? Would you say that's true?
Yeah.
I think that's kind of true.
No, it's true because it's countered with you can't take, you can't be butt naked. Yeah.
Yeah. But that rain, cold, slush, ooh.
Who's the psycho on the team that's like, when it's 29 next week and they're coming out shirtless, besides PQ because, he's trying to impress Dua Lipa?
I don't know. Do we have one of those guys? I feel like Zeitler doesn't wear anything, but he's a very he's a blue collar. He's a blue collar type of guy. I mean, I feel like he does stuff that you wouldn't really notice because he doesn't say anything. Like, and you don't really always ask. Like, Zeitler, what'd you eat for dinner? I ate horseback. You'd be like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we would have never known that if you didn't ask. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he's one of those. So it's like, he's never doing anything to like show off or anything. He just might do some crazy crap and you just don't even notice. That's just Zeitler.
Okay. All right. Good to know.
Or Linderbaum. Linderbaum.
He seems chill, though.
He is chill, but
You don't think Rose popping out with his shirt off? You don't think that Zach Orr is having that linebacker crew come out on Saturday?
Zach Orr is an intense coach.
He might come out shirtless. Is that something that like you guys laugh at? Like if Vrabel does push-ups before the game or another player comes out shirtless in 3 degrees below, like are you like, he's an idiot? Or you're like, all right, maybe he's a psycho?
Nah, we're kind of like, I will say, I did the shirtless thing one game and I really felt like it made me warmer during the game.
That makes sense.
Now, I don't know if I was just convinced in my head, but I felt like that. But no, I think it's just like, what you gonna wear? You know, we come in like, what you gonna wear today? Probably throwing the sleeves. Everyone's got their own little deal. I just love the Tucker lay out his. He puts thought in his. I mean, he lays it all out. Boom, every time. Boom, like clockwork. Boom. Me, I definitely it's whatever. Don't care. Like I said, swag is the least of my concerns. And if I'm getting cooked, it's got to all come off. Like it's just doesn't matter what I had on. That's why I don't wear a towel now. I wore a towel, and I truly feel like that towel, you know, the little QB towel, is too much weight.
Yeah, I actually feel like that could make a difference.
A little too much weight, and then you feel it hanging. You're like, I couldn't run fast because of that towel. And
you've been great ever since. All right, we're talking about your day job, but now you got to work overtime, right? So what is do you guys get paid for the playoffs?
Yeah, we get players and coaches. And like weight room with your coaches. I think everybody gets the same dollar amount though.
So all year everyone's making different money, but you get to the playoffs and it's for the love of the game and a flat fee check.
Yeah, it's totally I mean, the NFL's done great with the scammage. I mean, serious scammage. Like, you know what I mean? You just think about it. Lamar's getting paid what, $50 a year?
Yeah.
It's like, here goes $48K. You know, it's like, thank you. You know, I mean, I know I sound like a douche talking about $48K, like that's chump change.
Yeah.
But that's just the reality where I live in and my guys live in. It's just like, it's saying it is what it is. I mean, Lamar's getting $50 million. I mean, that's like, I don't know how many it is per 18 games, but there's a better system there. But obviously, we fumbled that bag, I guess, at some point during the PA.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But all same pay. All the same pay.
All the same pay. And then incentives throughout, I assume, depending on what round you win. You win the whole thing.
Incentives throughout for all the peeps hitting in. I think Super Bowls, I remember the Pro Bowl winner gets more than the Super Bowl loser.
Really?
From my understanding, which could also be a lie.
Because I see like Jordan Love won, and I think Baker wins like $1 million tonight if the Bucks win. But I see people talking like he's gonna try so hard tonight. Like,
shouldn't he always?
Right. Isn't he trying the same every game?
Yeah, I think. Wait, Jordan Love just had to win?
I think he won $500,000 for that. That's pretty solid. Plus his $48K.
Plus his $48K. Yeah. Baker is who they got?
They got the Eagles.
Baker Mayfield taking the Bucks. Is the Bucks like the new place to take a team to the playoffs now?
That division's kind of nice to play.
Brady won his Super Bowl the first year with the Bucks?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Good player. Good player. You've played in the playoffs before. What are they like? What's different about the playoffs than the regular season?
The intensity definitely goes up. Teams usually don't do a lot of the dumb stuff that they usually do, like the trickery, you know, all that stuff. It's usually, you know, typically more run, more safer stuff. Intensity definitely goes up. It's like everyone's based on their P's and Q's. Like it definitely jumps. It's kind of like it's a really pretty bad example, but it's like someone that plays preseason compared to like the real season, how there's a big gap there. Obviously, I mean, some of those preseason guys will never play again. Yeah. So the regular season, obviously, it's a jump up, but the playoffs is just like the atmosphere, the energy. I mean, for us, a lot of guys you want to keep this crew together as long as you can, and then also with coaching wise, it's you want to go out strong, man. For a Reek, I mean, it's like it's been a you just never have the same team twice, no matter how hard you try. But at the end of this year, hopefully it's in February, be a lot of change.
Yeah,
I would imagine.
Has this been your favorite team?
I think that as far as just like the funness of it all, and maybe the unexpectedness of it all. 2019 was just like it was just like a roller coaster. You thought you was like on a kid ride, and then it ended up being like it's crazy. Just everything was very unexpected. Like we started doing victory food trucks. It's like Harv's like, oh, we're gonna treat every time we win, and then we just didn't lose again. So then we have food trucks every single week, and it's 2019 was probably just the camaraderie was probably the funnest team. But I feel like as far as guys, this is probably just especially the DBs. I would say the DBs are super tight. Whether the D linemen are always a little different, but the linebacker, back end, back seven, very, very tight, very tight.
Okay. All right, we're going to pause after the break. We're going to talk about the Ravens' upcoming playoff game. We'll also talk a little bit about Offensive Rookie of the Year and get some more details on the playoffs. But first, this podcast is brought to you by SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of the Baltimore Ravens. And what better time to buy tickets than right now? The Ravens are hosting a playoff game this weekend. You can use our code PUNCHLINE, one word, PUNCHLINE, for $20 off your first order. And as far as Marlon will allow this team to go, you will be allowed to buy tickets. If you want to go to other playoff games along the way, want to go to the Super Bowl, use the code PUNCHLINE for $20 off your first order. Okay. Now, to your work. Before we get to the game, has the Titans game been brought up around this team?
No, it hasn't come up.
Okay.
The 2019 has not come up. It is I feel like we just operated a lot different than what we did that time though, as far as how we practice and how things went down.
Well, you had the practice on Saturday. It was closed to the media.
Practice at the stadium.
Any good stories from a fun weekend at M&T Bank?
We had brought the family. Harlito got on the field.
Nice.
Ran around, did a little yeah. So it was cool. We rented out I guess we rented out the stadium, I guess. But bring all the family, so it was cool, chat with everybody. It's basically, you want to bring your fam, bring your aunties, uncles, pull up. Harbs was there, just chit-chatting with everybody's peoples. It was cool. It was a fun day. I also was like, it was weird because like there was nobody there except that, and then you walk out and it's like two dudes, like fan people, like trying to get autographs, and I was like, I just thought like, is the stadium like a closed thing, or like can anyone just like chill out?
No, you can't get. Oh, you're saying like
outside.
Right outside.
Yeah,
like, is it private property or not?
Yeah, like, is it private? I don't think it is, though.
Nah.
I guess anyone can just walk around the stadium or jog around the stadium.
So they were just posted up waiting.
Yeah.
Did they get any autographs?
They did. I was like, so, and honestly, he made me double think, and maybe he was right. He was like, "Oh, Marlon, can I get an autograph?" And I was sitting like, I've never walking into the stadium in that area or walking out signing an autograph. So I'm like, bro, I've like never walked in, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like a superstitious guy that I can't be messed up. And he was like, yeah, you did. You came back 2 days later. And I was like, what? But he had me thinking.
Wait,
like,
what happened?
That's what I told him. Like, he was like, oh, Marlon, I was like, yeah, man, I've never signed walking in or walking out. Besides, I think the very first time I ever came there when I was like just got drafted. And I was like, yeah, bro, I never walked in, ever signed coming in or out. I was like, I can't change it up now. He's like, yeah, you did. And then you came back 2 days later. And I was like,
What's that mean?
But it had me think, I think.
Oh, he's in your head?
It just had me thinking to myself, have I? Like one time I did give someone a jersey.
Right.
I just walked up, just gave someone a jersey. Because I had just gave someone a jersey. I think it was my jersey. I was just sitting there thinking to myself, have I? Like, he really had me thinking.
Because if you have, now.
Exactly.
Are you going to have to?
Basically, I can now. If I truly have, then I guess I could. But I don't really.
I guess we'll never know.
I guess I just have to go with this. I have to just. I don't know what the 2 days later thing.
You're
like,
showing up this weekend just signing everything.
Yeah, 2 days later, it's like, did I play on a Sunday and come back on a Tuesday and just? He had me confused. I'll say this: I like got home, and I was like, "Babe, have I?" Which she wouldn't know, but I was just like, I was trying to like.
What's the superstition though? Because like, you haven't won a Super Bowl, so like.
But would you win a Super Bowl at M&T?
No. But like you've lost games at like I'm just
superstition is
I
like
think it's routine more than anything, right?
I've had a couple accolades. I mean, I'm 3-time pro, 1-time all. I don't know, like, I don't know if I should be changing things up that I've you know what I'm saying, wooty woo.
I'm with
you. Know what I'm saying?
you.
Because this is the thing. This is how it would be. This is exactly how it would be. Oh yeah, man, I got your boys. Man. Woo, woo, woo. Get cooked.
It's
and
on
then
eBay.
I'm like,
it's on eBay, 2 pennies.
Yeah, like motherfucker. Like I'm like, this stuff.
I feel you.
Screw me.
Okay.
Like,
All
it
right.
just freaking screwed me.
We're going forward, similar to how your coach says you're going forward. We're talking right now as if the Bills win the game. Okay?
Okay. Yes.
So we're prepared for Houston. If we play Pittsburgh.
If it's a snowy day, though, I think the positive goes to the Squealers.
I agree. But let's say Buffalo wins. You're playing Houston. The last
Are
time.
they playing right now?
Yeah. In 2 minutes, they could go.
not yet.
So we'll have an update throughout. But the last time you talked about the Houston Texans, you said the lights were going to be too bright for CJ Stroud.
I said that?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Analyst Humph, when you picked it.
When did I do that?
You literally said with Odell, you were like, the lights are going to be too bright. Now that I said that, there's going to be smoke. All right, whatever. There's going to be smoke.
Oh, freak. The lights were not too bright.
No.
What? The defense was balling, too.
Yeah. Nah, he cooked though.
no
He
picks, 3 touchdowns,
Yeah.
275. He was cooking.
He cooked. Yeah, what are your thoughts on Houston? Played him earlier in the year. You weren't active for that game.
I feel like he didn't play bad. He doesn't throw picks, though.
That's his thing.
He really doesn't throw picks. I mean, they didn't, I remember everyone being like, man, the Ravens need to play in the preseason. They didn't look good enough for me. And then the Texans are now in the playoffs, won a playoff game. So it's like people were acting like we were just supposed to just roll over on them. Yeah. And they actually, I've always felt I like
D'Amico.
I like the 2 corners. Stingley and it's Nelson. Steven Nelson, I think.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of their 2 corners. I see that Petrie flying around all the time, but I'm not familiar with his game. And then the other corner was here. That was the other safety was here, and that was can I think of his name?
Who?
He literally was just here this season, the P squad. I just cannot think of his name. But no, their defense is straight. Nico Collins. Where did he come from?
Michigan.
Like when did he just start balling in the back half once
he's always been pretty good. I think he was playing with some not so great quarterbacks.
What year is he?
He's in his 3rd year. And when Tank got hurt, he was playing well with Tank, but when Tank got hurt, he became the guy. And he hits deep shots all day, and that's kind of his thing.
He freaking does.
But I do think Mike probably was at Michigan with Nico potentially. So I don't know, maybe something in his bag to guard him up. Is there there's been game plans installed already? Like when does the attention turn?
For us tomorrow, I mean, you can basically go ahead and start preparing for the Texans. If it's a snow bath, it could be the Squealers. Not gonna lie. But I don't know. The Steelers have been in playoff mode for the last couple games.
So have the Bills, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, it'll be interesting. But, it starts to turn. You gotta, I was thinking, man, do you feel like you're a failure? Not a failure. I mean, there's still hope. Let me not, be that guy. But do you look back and say, man, we picked Bryce Young and they picked CJ Stroud, and these are the 2 differences? Do you think I feel like as a If I was a GM, I would look at it like that.
I think if you're the Carolina Panthers fan base, you're sick to your stomach right now.
Well, didn't want to. I think the coach and the GM wanted to take Stroud, and the owner overruled them and took Bryce.
That's the rumor.
And it's like you hire people to do these things for a reason.
I feel like, and this just sounds bad, but if I'm a GM, how tall is Bryce Young?
Not very tall. 5'9", 5'10".
I don't think I want any. First off, I'm never drafting a quarterback that isn't at least like 6'1". But that's just this will be me.
But you are a good GM.
And then secondly, I don't think I want anyone on my team that is under 6 foot.
Like not even like a Zay Flowers type. No.
Zay is a good player, obviously. Zay is a good player. But
what about like Tyreek Hill?
That motherfucker's fast. As I say that, I stand a little corrected.
Geno Stone's 5'11".
Nah.
Geno Stone not cutting it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
I don't know. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you. Bro, I'm not, look, this is the thing. 5'11" is close.
Yeah.
5'11"
in
is
cleats,
close.
maybe.
But I'm heighistic.
Yeah.
I'm high stick.
Look, this is
racist to high stick.
I'm a stick with you here, and I'm gonna have your back because people are always gonna be like, but he could have been Drew Brees, or you could get Zay or Tyreek, and I agree with that. But 9 times out of 10, you're actually not getting that play.
Yeah, like that doesn't.
You're playing against the odds.
Like that really doesn't. Do you know how many fast guys have come into this football league and have literally been out of the league in 4 years? Tyreek Hill is the only track guy, the only crazy fast track guy that had a crazy good career. Now, there's always got the Marquise Goodwins who's had a solid career. There's plenty of guys that have had like solid. Who's that guy from Kent State that ran that fast? Dry Archer.
Mm-hmm.
How long was he in the league?
Not long.
Not long. It's just like these short guys. And like I said, if you're listening and you're short, don't give up. There's still hope if you're a younger guy.
Yeah, you could be one of the ones.
If you're a grown man listening, that's why you're not in the league. You know? And if you're in the league and you're like, I'm short and I'm in the league, well, kudos to you. Congratulations. But there was another short guy that didn't make it. Yeah. Okay. And so I would be just heightistic because it's just it's just not, there's no scenario. Like, this is the thing. I'm always going to go with the obvious. People are like, oh, DK Metcalf, tall and stiff, can't do it. Nope, can't do this. Look at the dude. The dude is, look at him. Look at him. If you built a player, and the NCAA is coming back, I'm building DK Metcalf. 6'4", I used to just random do the big old spat on both legs. I know what you're talking, you know what I'm talking about. And you just, I think work with height. It's just the thing, when someone is small, okay, I go like this.
Can't teach height.
But my thing is, like, you fall into the other way, and it's like Josh Rosen, the prototypical built quarterback, and then Lamar Jackson was taken after him, and then Josh Rosen's
but that's not a height.
Yeah, but neither was short.
Yeah, that's not a height.
But I do hear what he's saying. I'm always going to go with that way and fail with the wrong pick, not fail with the not quote unquote right pick.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? This is the thing.
Like, would you have rather had Anthony Richardson, rawer player, but has the physical tools? Like, you think it's more teachable?
I might have went. Wait, who else was
it was Bryce, CJ, A-Rich. We're kind of like the three guys.
Depending on the team though.
Yeah.
But I probably went with Anthony Richardson but that's a project for sure. I would say. But I might have went Will Levis, but just to be safer. Like, that Anthony Richardson, well, dude, you can make Anthony Richardson work no matter what. That's the thing. Right. If Anthony Richardson's like, dude can't throw to save his life, it's time to wildcat that guy, have him run and use him for a couple years. Because this is the thing. When you're small, this is how I see it. Okay, I'm a small player. Let's say Zay Flowers didn't turn out to be this star that he obviously already is.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, I got this guy. Already, all his contracts guaranteed. Rookie, kind of not that good. Mm-hmm. Second year, kind of not that good. Let's try him out at teams. What special team is Zay Flowers playing?
Right.
You think he's blocking somebody?
Gunner?
Okay, he can do gunner. He can do gunner.
But can he tackle? Yeah, I don't know.
He can do gunner. Can he do punt return? He could possibly return punts, but he can't like get in the interior and block. Yeah. He can't kickoff return. He's gonna run, get back, and block the guy. Like, he's gonna block a L4.
Let's put Zay on punt return for the
and I know I'm crapping on Zay Flowers' special teams ability right now, but I'm just saying, when someone's small, there's nothing. They can't become a teamer role player. Yeah. They're basically just like, okay, we wanted him to be this guy, can't do it.
Done.
dumb.
I got you. There's a
And
stat.
I'm mainly speaking on the only people that are small like that are really DBs.
Right.
So it's like, okay, he's not that good at corner, not that good at safety. Let's put him on. Can't do teams. He's just kind of done.
There's a stat, I think, for the NBA maybe, or tall people, like 10 or 15% are like 7-footers make the NBA or play high-level basketball because they're just tall. And you can teach them from there. Who's your offensive rookie of the year? Because I have a take on this. So I believe CJ Stroud's going to win. His performance in the playoffs is probably going to propel him. But Puka Nacua, who we talked about super early on, we put him on your radar, just had, he had 105 catches. He broke both the receptions and receiving yards for a rookie. Who would you give the Rookie of the Year award to? Because there's all this conversation that CJ should win because of the MVP most valuable player. That's normally it goes to the quarterback. But for me, as great as CJ has been, Puka Nacua literally did something that no wide receiver has ever done in the history of the NFL as a rookie. So shouldn't he be effectively the offensive Rookie of the Year? So I'm curious, what are your thoughts?
I think it's hard to not give it to CJ, but just because he's been balling. Like, obviously, I didn't watch that playoff game that he went stupid, but I do believe this. If Puka Nacua was Nick Jibba or someone that just had more like even the first, I feel like the first six games till Cooper got back, everyone was like, oh, he's just doing this. Because he never really, he didn't start building up hype until even now, he should be this thing. If I haven't really seen you doing some sort of media post or social or something, as someone that is probably on socials a little too much sometimes, you're not doing enough to be like this, huge personality. I don't know his personality. He might be a great personality. But I feel like the hypeness of it, a lot of those awards deal with hype. Let's just be real. I mean,
you're saying that's why Sauce is 2-time All-Pro?
Anyway, I'm just I feel like take example Sauce. Obviously, as good as a player Sauce is, he has a lot of hype. I mean, his name is Sauce. He's him. Yeah. He's Sauce. Boom.
New York media, he tweets, he's active. Micah, same thing.
And then it's even Micah, he baller. Baller. So it's I feel like it would be really, really tight if he had as much back me. I feel like there's still people that are oh yeah, Nacua did all this crazy stuff, but he's not Jamar Chase.
Right.
He
was better.
But he literally had a better. As wild as that sounds. Yeah. As wild as that sounds. So
do you think a 5th rounder comes into play too?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But shouldn't that make it more impressive? That's where I'm just. You don't think so?
I feel like that's not how it makes it turn into more this Cinderella story. Yeah. As opposed to yo, this dude's like that. He's him. He about to get 140. He'll be the first person to sign a contract in the second year. I just feel like it doesn't, based off how the media works.
Got it.
So yeah.
Okay. All right. Bills Chiefs. As someone who is just in the league, you got two of the best going at it. What do you care about that game? That could be your next game. Obviously, not looking ahead. You're not looking ahead, right? Just assure the people that you're not looking ahead.
That's a T.
Timeout?
For
Texans.
Yeah, no, I definitely. We play on Saturday, so we'd watch them Sunday.
Yeah.
Hey man, we can't even look ahead, man. We worry about. Hey, but I don't know why people sleep on Pat Mahomes. It's kind of crazy.
People sleep on him.
I feel like people sleep on Pat Mahomes. Not they usually, obviously don't. Okay, let me retake my statement. They're not sleeping on Pat Mahomes, but they're sleeping on the Chiefs. They still know how to win football games. Yeah. So we got to take care of the daggum business with the daggum Texans coming into M&T Bank. We're gonna close the door. We're gonna let them in first, politely. Come on in. Close the gates. Flatten their tires. And see, and we'll let them out when we want to let them out. Yeah, that was intense. That's about how row sound. So it's hard to look ahead, man. It's hard to daggum look ahead.
Hey, don't look ahead. No one needs you to look ahead. We will be here for every Monday. Well, I guess we drop during midweek, but we will be here. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, because as long as Marlon's day job continues, his extracurricular job will continue as well. We close with Analyst Humph. You didn't really give us much last time, but Odell was here, so I understand. Nick Saban retires.
I personally wanted Lane Kiffin, but that's just me. I thought Lane Kiffin with Jalen Milrose. Mom got a little mad at me because I said if I was in college, I would hit the transfer portal. She said, boy, you're tweeting that stuff. But obviously, Twitter's for jokes, bro.
Well, it wasn't a joke because we got your boy.
Guns?
Isaiah Bond.
But I heard the transfer portal is actually closed, which I didn't know it closed.
It closed.
No, so outside of conference portal is open, and then right now intra-conference portal is closed. I don't know why.
Okay.
So
wait, but we're in the SEC,
out.
so
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Oh, next year y'all in the SEC? Oh, that already happened?
yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. We get to play Bama free win every year.
Oh, that's bad ball for y'all. That happened this year? Man, Saban, man, great career at the University of Alabama. I didn't think he'd hang it up. Let's just do two scenarios here. Du Bois comes in. Guy looks a little old, right? How old is he?
No, he's not old. He's a young coach.
Is he a young coach?
Yeah.
I guess hair doesn't mean you're old. I mean, my junk, ain't no telling. I'm good right now. But
49 years old.
okay, I thought the dude was at least about 57. Okay, 49 years old. Hey, let's say the next 10 years, people would be like, Nick Saban, who's that? I bet no one ever thought no one forgot about Bear Bryant. But Saban kind of, hey, Bear Bryant, scooch over. So maybe the boy does.
Saban literally had the best run ever.
Yeah, but then I'm saying no Bama fans, Bear Bryant would have never left us like this. But anyway, maybe just the boy guy comes in, makes it boom, boom, bada boom, makes everybody forget. But the flip side is he has a couple, little struggle years, and I'm very generally curious to see, how my fellow Alabamians, you can't just jump. It's a new coach.
I was going to ask, do you think the seat gets hot early or no?
I would. It would be a scary job to get after Saban.
Yeah.
If it was me.
Do you think you'll go back now? Like, don't you think it's like you go back, but your high school teacher's not there? Like, it's same thing for you. Now Nick's not there. Like, you probably still have a bunch of coaches that are still there, yeah?
I haven't been back in a long time. But Cock was really my guy. That sounded wild, but Cochran really was my guy. Cochran was my guy. Cochran was my guy. I could probably go to Georgia. Kirby was my guy too.
Was it?
Kirby was my guy. Shoemaker. I think Cochran's at Georgia. Saban was always doing stuff, honestly. So, but no, will I ever go? I mean, yeah, I need to go back eventually. I'm gonna donate this offseason. I'm not just gonna donate to the university. I'm gonna donate. I'm gonna donate to the University of Alabama. I'm on school, man.
Wow,
I
you
got
really
my diploma.
pissed your mom off, didn't you?
I got my diploma. Look, this is the only thing I worry. This is seriously what I worry. I worry for the well-being of Alabama fans. Only because, we've had like the glory years. I mean, it's been pretty solid. I grew up, I was an Alabama fan, so I grew up, I was kind of a fair weather guy. In the state of Alabama, it's Alabama Auburn, period. Point blank, period. Ain't no, what I'm saying? You got in school. I remember Auburn was 6-peat. I'm almost like, War Eagle, what I'm saying? I was almost about to go. And so it's just like, it might be an adjustment. That's all I'm getting at. Now, I'm just the most happy that we didn't hire Dabo Swinney. Now that, I would have legit possibly just taken these red crimson pants off and just been done. Not that I'm hating on Dabo, even though that was a very hater statement. I'm just not, he just seems like a not that likable guy.
Speaking of the red crimson pants, there's been a lot of allegations about you wearing the same clothes and the fact that wore those for the OBJ pod, and now I'm just looking out for you because the comments
we're not recording that, but we're not recording every single day.
No. He's got a point. He has got a point.
Oh, you do wear the same clothes.
Let me tell you something. Okay, you right there. Nicholas Saban. You know when I was at Bama? This dude used to wear a plethora of the same clothes. You know, I'd be like, Coach, man, look at that coat. Yeah, Miss Terry got me this one. She said I need to get a new one. Otherwise, when it came to athletic apparel, successful people wear the same thing often.
Steve Jobs, same thing.
Steve Jobs, Facebook boy. Come on. Yeah, you know, look, people, I'm proud nobody said something about this beanie.
You have worn that.
I have multiple of these though, so it's a little different.
Okay.
But this
I didn't even notice it was liquid.
This is my routine. Okay, this is my routine. I walk in the facility, take my clothes off. Sorry, let me just restart. Let me restart. I walk in the facility. I usually get in the hot tub. So
you do kind of take
yeah. Which requires me to put on something different. I come back. Most times I usually don't put on the same drawers, but I put back on usually the pants usually. Go to meetings, come back, get in the hot tub usually again. Get ready for practice, put on practice clothes. Grab the clothes I'm wearing new, put them on. Put the clothes I was wearing at the beginning of the day on a loop. I go home.
On a loop?
On a loop, laundry loop.
What's that?
Like, you know, they wash your dirty clothes.
Okay.
So
I don't play in that NFL, so I'm not familiar with just throwing my clothes in that.
Wash my clothes. Also take a shower. Go home. Do whatever I do. Take a shower. Again, I shower within like 2 showers within short span.
Why? Oh, you were just in your car?
That's just in my car. And I just went home and just showered again.
Okay.
Shower again. Put on a new pair of drawers.
Okay.
Wake up.
But wait, but new drawers, but same clothes.
Same clothes.
But they were just cleaned.
But you showered. But I showered, so I did change the drawers.
Got it.
Put back on those clothes. And then I have a plethora of 3 basically sweatpants I wear.
I was going to say.
For the entire week.
So that sounds like you would probably just be in the same clothes.
Yeah, and sometimes.
But they are being cleaned daily.
Sometimes I actually change pants too.
Okay.
So then
After those
will be at his house. Those dirty clothes will be at his house.
His house?
And then when the ladies here, it basically recycles. So it's about 3 to 4 pair of pants.
Wait, whose house?
His house. Hizzy, like the hip, the hop, the hip, hizzy.
Whose house?
I have no clue.
The hizzy.
What's a hizzy?
Hip, the hop, the hip, hizzy.
Okay, you can keep saying that.
Don't stop the
whose
drop.
house are they at?
My house.
Oh, okay.
You know that song? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but that doesn't make it clear that. Okay.
Hip, hizzy.
All right, so you got
I don't know what
sets.
that stands for. Actually,
you got these. What else you got?
I got these.
He's got his Legends get up.
I got my Legends get up.
Raven, you wear.
And I got my they're talking about the purple Legends. Purple. During the season, I'm a man of simplicity.
Yeah.
Simplicity.
No autographs, no new sweats.
I have breaking news.
I do autograph in the stadium.
Breaking news.
I mean, not that breaking, but there have been 2 spots on the Ravens active roster freed up, and people are speculating that is room for Dalvin Cook and Mark Andrews to the active roster. If you have any comments,
why don't we ask the GM of the team who made his practice squad roster? Are you elevating Mark or no?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as a Ravens GM, I would like to plead the fifth no comment. Wait, but for Dalvin Cook, why don't we just elevate him?
That's one. Yeah, but you have to make space on the active roster, right?
They didn't say that Marlon got. Are you?
Nah, Laquan got waived and Pepe on IR.
Okay.
We waived Laquan Treadwell. He was doing. One thing about Laquan Treadwell. Hey.
Marlon's checking to make sure he's still on the
No,
team.
the one thing about Laquan Treadwell, that dude don't take a day off.
Really?
Like, even when it's a walkthrough, he's catching the ball. Like, you actually have to compete at all times.
It's good.
With him. Like, it's like, he's like, cat. I'm like,
On a walkthrough?
Quan. I'm like, Quan. At this point, you don't even say anything. You just know exactly what he's about to do. Like, as soon as Harb's like, hey, we're walking through on this one. This is a walkthrough. No, there's none of that. So I respect the guy. Works, very hard worker. Everyone knows that. But interesting. Thank you for that breaking news.
Before we close, is there a score update?
Yeah, we would like
7-0 Bills. Dawson Knox scored a touchdown.
Saturday it is.
Saturday it is. We'll see you guys next week. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. Good luck to Marlon at his job. Congrats to us on opening a new office. It's a lot of exciting times for the fam. We'll see you guys next time. Much love. Peace.